Hey everyone, got another late night video, 2 in the morning. Topic for today, how to reach all your goals. Every single one of them. I'm not being hyperbolic when I say this. You can do almost anything you put your mind to. This could range from passing an exam, getting a boyfriend, girlfriend, making new friends, or even like making $1 million. I think there are 3 main things you have to do to achieve every single goal. Big Ev's 3 P's. The first P, it's planning. I talked about it in a previous video how important planning ahead is. If you're not planning ahead, you're planning to fail. The majority of this planning for reaching your goal would be to do your research. How do other people achieve this goal? What is the amount of time you're gonna have to sink into getting this goal? And how much you're gonna have to sacrifice to achieve this goal. Once you figure those out, write it down. Like depending on the size of the goal, get its own little journal, track your progress, make sure you're taking those steps to get it. Just make sure you're preparing yourself to work towards that goal. Second P, perform. Planning something only gets you so far. You're gonna get to the point where you're done planning, you actually have to do it. You take all the research, all the notes you've written down to prepare for this goal, and the actions you're gonna have to take to achieve it, and you're gonna work towards it every day. Now, you have to think it probably won't work, the first time. So you have to just see what works. You might have to go back to the planning stage and just make sure you do more research or you get everything you need to get done. And the final P is patience. Goals take time, especially the really big ones. A lot of these lofty goals, not everyone gets to that level. Not everyone achieves what you want to achieve. So you have to be more determined. You have to strive for it. You have to want it more than anything else. Be patient and determined and work towards it. And these P's, they're mainly for, longer term goals. They work for short term goals too, I promise. For example, my short term goal for the past, couple months has been to get a new car. And I was kind of, forced my hand with the whole car breaking down situation. But I had the opportunity to, I ended up finding a good car I only went into debt for about $3,000. And I could pay that off in the next probably month if I wanted to. I think I want to grow my credit, but that was one of my goals. I got a car. I own a car now. Well, it's in my name at least. So let's take that one off the list. And now my last 2 goals that I have this year are to pass at least 1 or maybe 2 CPA exams. I would like to do 2, but be patient with yourself. Maybe just shoot for 1. We'll see. My second goal is I'd like to travel somewhere alone. Nothing crazy. I think I want to go maybe an hour or 2 away and go see an aquarium or something. I feel like that'd be nice. I've always wanted to go to an aquarium. I went to one when I was really little. I don't remember anything from it. I love jellyfish. Jellyfish are my favorite animals. But it'd kind of be something to get me out of my shell a little bit. Not that I have a shell, but out of my comfort zone. And if we're gonna be honest, some of these smaller goals are more important than the really big goals that we have, because it's what we accomplish in our almost everyday lives that make us who we are. Another Greg Plitt quote for you. It's paraphrasing. It's the little habits that we do every day that make us who we are. One little thing doesn't define you, but what we work at and we strive for every day, what we choose, who we choose to be, and how we choose to act, that is what makes us who we are. I have another short-term goal. I need to get a haircut. It's got a little long. But I think that's all I really got. Oh, and don't tell people your goals. Kind of contradictory to what I just did here, but for most people, when you tell them that you're going to do something, this might be some TikTok science, but it kind of gives you the dopamine as if you actually did it. So for the most part, keep your goals to yourself. You're not doing it for them, you're doing it for you. You can tell your close friends, who cares? But it's just make sure you are a doer, not a sayer. Now that's actually all I got. See ya.